So I'm just coming on here and I'm just making videos. All right, here we go. Talking about a mold situation that I was in. And this is my story. This is my video. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to do nothing. You can keep going. Get out of here. But for the people that do need my help, I am going to post. I'm going to post so that way y'all can see, and anybody that needs my help, I am here to help you. Oh, there's a knot in my hair. Bought this damn mic so I can make this damn video. So August of 2024, I moved into an apartment. Within 3 weeks, I was passing out. I went to my holistic doctor. Come to find out, I had mold in my body. I never had that before I moved in there. Didn't even have heavy metals, right? So I went to the apartment and I said, hey, there's mold in here. And they were like, well, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, oh no, you better get in there and find it, because they couldn't find it. I said, open up the air vents. I don't care where you find it, but we need to get rid of it, because mold will kill you. Mold eats at the nervous system and the brain, and that's like candy to it. So that's why I was passing out. And as a single mom with 3 kids, I cannot be passing out. I take care of 3 kids. And so they came, they found it. It was all throughout the air vents. So when I would work, because I work from home, I was breathing in mold constantly. And if I didn't demand them to come and look in the air vents, they would have never found it, and I probably would have died. But another story, another day. So they found it, and they came and cleaned, and they refused to pay for anything, even though I just moved in. They were like, use your insurance. And I'm like, I just moved in here. I'm not going to use my insurance for this. So I was out of pocket for the weekend that I had to leave for them to clean and all that. Luckily, my grandma just died, so I went and stayed at her house. Not luckily, but I was able to go somewhere to stay somewhere. But my grandma, she was the best. So we all die one day. And if that affected you, you don't need to be on my page. Get out of here, because this is my videos and my account. But hey, haters will pay your bills, because they'll continue to comment and share, and they won't like you. And it's okay, because then more people view you and then more money you make. And as a single mom, I'm ready to pay off bills. So back to what I was saying. So I came back, I grabbed some vials off Amazon, tested the air, closed it. Within a few days, the mold was still growing. And so I let them know there's still mold, and they're like, okay, we'll come and look at it again. Well, they didn't know I could hear them because it was cooler out, so I had the windows open so I wouldn't have to have the AC on. And the supervisor of the maintenance guy came up and looked in the air vent, and he goes, there's no way somebody came 2 weeks ago to clean this. This is the worst I've ever seen it. And I'm like, oh, Lord. And so they came back and said, well, we need to clean it again. I said, okay. So they came in, they cleaned it again. Of course, I had to leave. And when I come back, of course, I'm breathing in that toxic cleaning stuff. And a week later, I did more testing of the air, just putting the vial in the air for 1 minute, closing it, letting it sit there for a few days. And after a few days, the mold was growing again. And they came back and said, well, we told you this was an old apartment. Okay, old doesn't mean that there's mold. So my lawyer was looking at it, and she said, Danielle, they have it in their lease that it's a flood zone area, so it could have mold. Like, this is sad. But they said they couldn't put me into another unit because I would have the same issue. So they already knew that there was mold. And I talked to 2 other people, and they told me they had a mold issue too. I was like, oh, Lord. So the whole damn thing is infested. And I was on the 2nd floor. So there was no way there was a flood all the way up to the 2nd floor. And I felt bad for the people, but you can't take care of everybody else. You have to take care of yourself. So they said they would let me out of my lease, and they'd let me go into another, they would let me go. And after I just moved there a few months before, this was in October. So by the end of November, I was moved out into a house, and they didn't offer to pay for anything or do anything else for me. They just let me out of my lease after me having to go into $40,000 debt because of them, because of the mold situation. And now I'm having to pay that off. So here I am making social media because some people are like, I'm paying this off, I'm paying that off. I'm like, well, I want to pay off this. I didn't ask for this. But clearly I had to go through it to understand how bad mold is. And to help people now that have had mold issues, I can now help them that are in a holistic standpoint, because this is all holistic. This is not medical. This is all natural stuff. So if you want a pill, you got to go somewhere else. I don't have that for you. And I'm not here to diagnose, cure, or treat anybody. I'm here to tell you my story, what I went through, and what has helped me in my situation. So if you made it this far, thank you. And so I left, I moved, I have my lab results of how much mold I have, which at that point, November, was 5 different kinds of mold. It also had the highest you could test for was what I had. Like say it was 15 the highest, I was at 10. So every single mold that I had in my body was actually the highest, like way above what it should have been. No wonder I was passing out, right? And so I prayed and I said, what do you want me to do? And then the ozone came. So I went to go to the ozone. I did it for a month, and I did some blood work too, where they took the blood out, they put it through the ozone, they cleaned it. And all this stuff costs money. So now I have to pay that off. And I couldn't work for those 3 months because I was sick and I was dying. So I could hardly function. Luckily, I was able to make enough to where I could move into another place for those 3 months. But I didn't make what I needed to make those months because I was just passing out. And I had to travel to people, so it was a lot less than what I brought in income. So back to what I was saying is, see, like the brain fog, even though I'm getting rid of it, it's like the damage was already done for the months that I had the mold sitting in my body. So my brain is like still not wanting to function, because what mold does, it eats away the brain and the nervous system. And like I said, I'm not here pretending to be anybody that I'm not. I'm not here to pretend to be a doctor. I'm here to do what I have gone through and what is helping me with my mold situation and my journey of the mold, and being able to look back at what has helped me and what has overcome. I made this wall about 3 months ago, so I could do podcasts and be able to post videos like this, but I haven't gotten to it until now. And yeah, here we go. So I'm just going to post so that way I can hopefully make a few dollars, I don't know, and be able to pay some debt off from the mold. So I did my results in January, after having November to January. And then they told me that I got the results back and half the mold was gone in my body, which is great, right? But I had to keep driving to Dallas. I'm in McKinney, so an hour drive there, staying there 30 minutes, driving an hour back, me and 3 kids. So I was like, well, I'm a holistic practitioner. I might as well just invest, right, into an ozone machine. So I looked into it, 13,000, whatever. I mean, I'm going to go after them eventually for the fact of what they've done, knowing that there was mold, knowing that they were poisoning me and killing me. They knew. And I just have to find a lawyer that will take my case, or if not, I just have to go in there with God and request for my $50,000 back that I've lost. So, back to what I was saying. Let's see. That's part of the brain issue that I've had from the mold, is forgetting what I was saying. Here we go. Any second. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Bear with me. You can fast forward if you're watching, if you've made it this far. Okay, so I got rid of half the mold of my body. So I said, I'll just invest in an ozone machine for my customers and me and my kids. So my kids, I have pictures of each time they did it, and it would be black, 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 to the point where it finally got almost gone. Like my body, I'm about to do another lab result test and get it back. But see, the damage from the 6 months or so that I had the mold in my body, it damaged my brain. So now my brain has to recover. And that's not going to be an overnight thing. It's like when you leave an abusive relationship, you don't just recover the moment you leave, right? The moment you leave, you don't just, oh, I'm healed, I'm back to normal. just because I left. No, you have work to do. You have to go to a counselor. You have to do healing. You have to do other stuff to overcome those months of damage from either abusive relationship or from mold or whatever you're going through. Everybody has a story. Everybody has an issue that they have to learn from and grow from. And so now I'm about to get another lab results to make sure that it's either completely gone or it's almost gone. And then I can go back and go after them for the court for them to pay for my stuff. That's really just my story. I mean, thank you for watching. If you want to help a single mom or just know more about what I'm posting, hit subscribe. If not, have a great day. Have a great life.